before we get into this video, I just want to say Happy New Year. To all my subscribers and all my viewers, I love you guys. Let's have an amazing year. Let's get to that fucking bag. You feel me? And just many blessings. Okay, so this video was long overdue. I'm gonna just do a year one recap from nursing, my first year of nursing school. Let's take it back all the way to January 2020 when I first entered nursing school at WCU. If you guys don't know, at my school, they not recommend, but we have to take 5 classes. So it's cultural pluralism, first year seminar, critical thinking, patho, and GE capstone. And then after we take those classes, then we go on to nursing core. So I only had to take those 5 because I transferred in hella prereqs from a community college. First term of core was nursing fundamentals. Nursing fundamentals wasn't that bad because I'm a CNA, so I have like patient care experience already. So it was it was easy for me to grasp some of the stuff that we was learning. The only thing I had to learn was the quiz. I struggled with the first 2 quizzes because it's different. We're not used to, the way we're not used to nursing quizzes. Like, you guys will see, and you guys who are in the nursing program, you guys know a nursing quiz is different from a patho quiz, a math quiz. Is totally different because the way they ask questions is scenario based, number 1, and then it's nursing interventions, it's select, all that apply is just crazy. And majority of the answers, they can all be right, but you have to figure out which one is the rightest. I know that don't make sense, but which one is the most correct, whatever. So I was having trouble with that, the first 2 quizzes. So once I talked to my professor and we had a conversation, and she was giving me, tips, what I can do. And she also told me to slow down when I'm taking my test. Funds is basically knowing the basics, knowing, isolation precautions, knowing how to bathe a patient, weigh a patient, blood pressure, just getting those skills. And also learning how, familiarizing yourself with medical terminology. Also learning how to fill out a care plan, concept map. It's just a lot. Like, first of all, we don't even do those. And like, I never seen a nurse do a care plan when I'm at work ever. I don't know why we have to do that. But the care plan is a lot. Like, learning a nursing diagnosis, like, it's a lot. So that was fun. My second term was med surg. Med surg and pharm was a lot of memorization, and just a lot of the medications sound the same. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I start to separate everything by the class and what are they used for, and that was very helpful for me. And then med surg wasn't that bad. Like, my professor was really good. I love it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like a professor to lecture, but I also like a professor to get straight to the point. Let me know what I need to know, because some professors damn near got to know everything, and that's impossible for me to know, like, damn near the whole book. Like, something is going to slip. So I liked my professor because she told me exactly, like, look, class, focus on this, focus on this, focus on that. And, that was very helpful versus, read chapter 5, 6, and 7. And then, just study, like, no, that's out. Like, some shit is not going to stick with you. So I like professors that get straight to the point, and I appreciate that professor because she got straight to the point. My third term was mental health. Mental health was very interesting. I was able to go to clinicals too. So mental health, it wasn't that bad because it wasn't a lot of critical thinking in mental health. Like in med surg and fundamentals of nursing, it's a lot of critical thinking skills. But with mental health, it's more so therapeutic communication, like making sure your patient is okay. Like, do you feel like hurting yourself today? you know, stuff like that. So it was pretty easy. And then the medication, they were a bit confusing, but once you know, practice and kind of memorize, you know, what disorder they're used for, then it was pretty, you know, it was pretty straightforward. But again, this professor also told us like, this is what it is, this is what it is. And I like when people get straight to the point. Like, first of all, I'm in an accelerated program, so I don't have enough space to know damn near everything. So I'm gonna need you to tell me exactly what I need to know so I can focus on that. Okay, thank you. So that instructor was pretty good. So I just had mental health and physical assessment. Oh my God. Physical assessment for me was like, the professor I had was oof. Oh my God. Like, I survived, but it was hard. Like, it's crazy how in nursing school is like every week is different. Like, I feel like I was going to war every week in that class. Like, I feel like physical assessment would be an easy class, you know, because you're just assessing your patient, but it just was a lot. And I feel like it was the way we were being taught. You know, the professor was still getting used to the online teaching, so I feel like that played a big part in it. But it was just a lot. I was like over that term. Like, that term stressed me out because physical assessment, I didn't know what to study, so I was just on Quizlet googling like the chapters and just like, girl, I was just doing hella practice questions. I was just all over the place with my studying, and I don't like studying like that because I become stressed. I'm an organized studier, like, if that makes sense. But that class like had me stressed, but I ended up passing. Like, one thing about me, I'm not gonna cap to you guys, I'm not a straight A student. I'm not, like, and I just want to let you guys know, like, of course, like, if you're trying to further your education, you might want to get, you know, straight A's or 4.0. But at the end of the day, though, like, I just feel like when it's all said and done, when we're in the hospital, your patient not gonna ask you, oh, what was your GPA like? No, just save that patient and, you know, keep it going. I honestly feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just a B student. Like, I study a lot, but as, you know, it still average out to be a B. Like, you can still, it's funny because in nursing school, you can get hella A's on your quizzes, but you can miss one quiz and that percentage will bring you down. So, I don't know, it's just a weird. But I just want to let you know, for you people who are not straight A students, it's fine. It's okay. New grad programs want you to have a 3.5. You're good. So, after mental health, I had intermediate med surg and nutrition. Okay, intermediate med surg gave me a run for my money because my professor, she just lectured. She didn't really tell us what to focus on, so I really had to know everything. And like I stated, that's very stressful having to know everything. So I literally had to know everything for that class. I got a B plus in that class too. But just having to know everything was just very stressful. And then I feel like mental health kind of like messed me up a little bit because, like I stated before, mental health, you don't do no critical thinking skills. So I had to get back in that zone. Like, okay, you need to use your critical thinking skills. What would you do in this situation? Because mental health, you just kind of like just babying your patient a little bit, making sure they straight, making sure they're not trying to hurt themselves. You feel me? So when I got to mental health, I'm like, oh my God, like, I kind of forgot like certain stuff. So that was like very challenging. But once I got into my bag, sis, I got into my bag. You feel me? And then I had nutrition. Nutrition wasn't bad. It was a waste of time. I feel like I wish I would have took nutrition at a community college. So if you guys are watching this and have not started, you know, West Coast or any other school, if you can take nutrition at another college, take it at a community college before you get to your nursing program. I wish I would have took it at a community college for real, because that was a waste of a 10 weeks for me. Like I just wish I could have just focused on intermediate med surg. Like, that would have been easy for me. So, and then this term that I'm in right now, my current term is OB. I love OB and I love my professor. Like, so far, I think I only had one bad quiz, and that is an accomplishment when you get into nursing school. If you only have one bad quiz, you are doing great. So I'm on winter break right now, so I go back to school next Monday, and I have a proctored exam. So y'all already know I'm with my Quizlet, and I got my Kathy Park cards. You know I don't play. But yeah, OB is very interesting. It's a lot of information, and it's different, you know, from med surg, but I like it so far. Like, I walked in OB knowing I want to be a labor and delivery nurse or a mother baby nurse. And I'm about to walk out of this class knowing I still want to be an L&D nurse and a mother baby nurse. You feel me? Okay, so overall, my first year of nursing school was a roller coaster, but it was truly doable. I just learned how time management, being disciplined and being organized, that's what it takes to succeed in nursing school. You just have to have discipline. You have to be on top of your shit. You have to ask questions. You have to go hard. And especially if you struggle in certain areas, you have to really spend more time in those areas. Like, for example, medication is not my... medication is... I struggle with medication. So I know I need to study harder when it comes to certain meds. In OB, you don't have that many meds. I feel like the most meds I had was in pharm and also in intermediate med surg. We had so many medications we had to know. But in OB, there's not that many. Mental health is kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. And fundamentals is no medications at all. So just making sure you just stand on top of everything, not falling behind. And also, if you can, you know, get any patient experience, especially with all this going on. I know some of us not able to go to clinicals, but if you can become a CNA, oh my God, it's so helpful to be a CNA during nursing school. And lastly, just knowing anatomy and knowing pathophysiology. Oh my God, those are your two go-tos. It always starts off with patho and anatomy. So making sure you have that down pat, because you need to know the pathophysiology behind a disease so you can understand it more, so you can understand the way it works and the way our different systems work within the body. So once you got that, you're good. And also knowing your ABCs: airway, breathing, and circulation. Once you know those, you are good. And also another thing that helped me, hierarchy of needs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Once you will, I'm telling you, you will get good grades on all your quizzes once you know this triangle. Once you know this triangle. So helpful. So I hope this video helped you. So if you like this video, go ahead and like it, subscribe, comment, and also follow me on Instagram. And then I'll see you guys in the next video.